you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
ESPN, Stephen A. Smith talk a bunch of trash about the New York Jets. We'll get into that. The defensive coordinator search is underway. Also, quarterback news for the draft. Will we stick? Will we pick? Will we wait? We'll get into all of that. Your questions. It's Friday night. Let's get nuts here, folks. Blitz BK. Turn it up.
It's got me.
Gentry covering the football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Water. I've been drinking water since 5 o'clock today. Trying to see if I eliminate my coffee consumption, if I could sleep better. I haven't been able to sleep. That's why I don't know what's going on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wait on the ESPN because I know that's the thumbnail, and I thought I made a fantastic thumbnail. I'm proud of it. Old man interneting is advancing a little bit, coming along here. But let's get into a couple things here. First off, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are 27 away from 2,000. The goal was to get there by the end of the football season. We are very, very close. So help your boy out. Let's get there. Now, we have a raffle going on. All $5 super chats and up get you on the raffle. Gifted memberships get you in as well. That raffle will be Joe Namath item on Super Bowl Sunday. Of course, Super Bowl raffle with the Jets. You got to give away a Namath item. So good call by you guys in the chat last week. Now, first things first. This takes precedence. Can we stop talking about Dante Moore? It's over. It's done. He's got to go back to school. He's not worthy of being drafted at number 2. He's not worthy of drafting at number 1. He has to go back to school. And I'm going to tell you this right now. And for my man, MC Mays, who's here, you're going to hate this. And a lot of you are. Allen was right. Right now, it is in the best interest of the New York Jets to wait on a quarterback to the following year. Even if you take Moore or Simpson, they're not ready to play. Why not just make your roster better by taking the premium player at number 2? That's if the Raiders take Mendoza, which a lot of people believe now they'll go that route after tonight. You take the best possible player, you build the best possible roster, you go bridge one more year, and then you go all in for the quarterback next year who will be ready to play. And if you have to trade up, you trade up. Now, I know a lot of you despise Allen, And I wasn't for that in the beginning as well. I thought these quarterbacks would play better. This is giving me the Kenny Pickett year vibes in the draft. And I think multiple teams who need quarterbacks will pass on them. And you're not going to see quarterbacks taken early. I think Mendoza may go, and then it's going to be just sit and wait. There's going to be nobody else worth taking. So, if you're the Jets and the one quarterback worthy of a first round grade goes number one, what do you do? People will say trade. Okay, well, you need someone to trade up. You need somebody wanting to give assets to move up to that position, right? It's not a gimme. It's not a guarantee. Got Arvell Reese, off ball linebacker, not a true edge, but can play edge. Okay. Trade up. Do you move Sherwood to off ball linebacker? Do you go try to get a true middle linebacker? Do you draft Bain, who's in between positions as well? So the best two talents on defense are tweeners. There's really no clear cut number two. I think there's nice talent in this draft, but I'm not sold, folks. I'm not sold on there's a clear cut best player at any position. You look at wide receiver, the argument can be had for Tyson or Tate. You look at defensive end, you can look at Falk, you can look at Bain. Bain might be an inside guy. Arvell Reese, also an off ball linebacker. There's not a clear cut position player. We don't need offensive tackles, so you don't have to look there. It's a bad year, I think, to be in the top. It's the Jets' luck. We've picked at 7 in the top 5 players. We've picked at 10. There's top 7 players. Now we pick at 2. There might not be a premium player. Granted, there'll be players who end up doing well in the league. But I don't look at number 2 and say, we got to have that guy. There's not a Penny Sewell. There's not a Jamar Chase. There's not a Von Miller. I don't see it. Now, granted, these guys can go on to have great careers. But I think this is a really, really bad year. Allen, if you're just getting here, I'm giving you credit. I think your point on waiting for a quarterback for 27 may be the right thing to do now after seeing all this. If you take Moore or Simpson, and I don't think either one is draftable at number 2, I think that'll bring extreme outrage. But I think Moore needs to go back to school, and I don't think Simpson is draftable at 2. And if you draft either one of them, you're not playing them in year 1. So, like I said earlier, why draft a quarterback that you're not even going to play? Make your roster better, build a better environment. You got to raise the water level in the locker room of the New York Jets. And I don't mean drown everybody. I mean get the talent better. Get so much talent in this locker room that in the year 3 and listen, I know my buddy Jake won't like this. I know many of you won't like this. But if Woody Johnson says, all right, if that's what you guys think is the best route to go, let's build the roster. I'm okay with you guys going and getting another bridge. Do not pay him like you paid Fields. There's no reason to do that with what we got. Let's be more efficient with the money. And then we'll go in and get a quarterback in 27. And he'll come into a team that's more structured to win and more structured to succeed right away. I I don't know. I don't believe in the top 3 of this draft. Moore was a major disappointment on a big stage. Mendoza, clear cut, head and shoulders above every other quarterback prospect. Should go number 1. The only thing we have to hope is that the Raiders take Allen's ideology and say, we're going to take Arvell Reese. We're going to take Bain and put him next to Crosby. We're going to build a monster defense, and we're going to wait the following year to take a quarterback because we're going to be bad again as well. So, Maze, I thought you were here. You might have to rewind and do double time. I said it twice already. I said it once, and I said when Alan got here. But basically, the short summary, if you want to hear all of it, rewind. But waiting till next year to take a quarterback and just making the best possible roster. Yeah, that was, and of course all the tweets are out there. All the haters are like, "Oh, Moore looks like the perfect Jet. He's in green, he's throwing pick sixes. Yeah, Moore looks like the perfect Jet." Yeah, you're right. I agree. After seeing that tonight, Moore would be idiotic to come out of school and not play. Go play. You need to play. You're not good enough. Water. For those of you who've been longtime viewers know I used to have a gallon of water, cups, ice, refills. I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately, but trying to see if I can change my diet, see if I can change my sleeping habits. Shout out to Bino, Nicholas, salute to you, Bino. Thank you for being here. Member of the channel for 11 months. Nicholas, they are going to have to overpay any free agent to come here. Don't kid yourself about them being cost saving. They will be pushed out on guys. I think that's a fair take. I think you're right. I also know that when you have this draft capital, you can sell players on what you're building. You might have to take some flyers on guys like a Brownlee, like a Briggs, guys who might not be utilized correctly, and maybe find those types of players, that guys that you think will fit your scheme and that you can build up. So I don't think this is the year to go big name shopping in free agency, looking at the list of free agents to be. And that can only get weaker as guys sign contracts, stay with their team, get tagged. But when you're looking at what the Jets have available and how much they need, I mean, you got to build it through the draft. That's why they made these changes. That's why they made these trades, folks. Excuse me. But yeah, the quarterback play by Moore is very disappointing. I would have him on do not draft right now. Not in round 1 or 2. I can't take a guy that's can't help us win. We need so many guys. We need 2 defensive ends, 2 defensive tackles, a linebacker, 2 safeties. We need an interior offensive lineman. We might need a running back. We need another tight end. We need another wide receiver or 2. We have so much need. I can't see taking a premium pick on a guy who's not going to help us right away after that poor performance. And he's had some nice moments, but he doesn't have bulletproof tape. If I'm taking a quarterback at 1 or 2, you got to be the guy. You have to be the guy. Yeah, I mentioned this, but here's the catch. Who's worth trading up for? There's not that really elite prospect. And I was saying earlier, Bain is a tweener. Reese is a tweener. Tyson and Tate. All right. Now, if the phone rings, you have to take that call. If Mendoza goes number 1, you absolutely trade out. You absolutely trade out. I don't care who it is. If you can get another number 2, and then you parlay that and move that back in to get another get a 3. I hate that. I hate that gap. I really do. I hate that gap from 44 to 103. Now, granted, we have 4 of the top 44, so it's not your normal collection of picks. But if you take 2, say the Giants want to move up. I don't know. I'm just throwing a team out there. And they give you a 2. Now you move back and you have 5. And then you have a pick there, maybe a pick next year. Or Cleveland wants to move up and they got 2 1s. And now you can parlay this into multiple picks. I always say that the best thing I ever saw with the draft was the year that the Patriots traded Richard Seymour to the Raiders. And they had 2 1s. And then they parlayed that. And they domino affected that into multiple picks year after year after year. and they kept being major players in the draft. So I don't know. It's very interesting. We know Muji has a lot to get right. We have so many things wrong. We have so many things that we have to hit on. I don't know if there's a definitive answer for what the Jets should do in the draft right now. Up until tonight, it was let's hope more declares, more plays well, QBs go 1 and 2. We were ecstatic that we got to number 2. Are we ecstatic anymore? It's almost like, damn, we get number 2 in a year where there's not 2 quarterbacks. We get number 2 in a year where there's not a generational talent. I'll tell you right now, Jets fans are not going to like next year. I see it already. It's going to be bad. I think that the whole plan with the 3 1s next year was to build for 2027. I think they look at that and they look at those prospects and they really believe that that's when you can make the Jets great. And they wanted to clear money and they wanted to build assets. Big fellow, we can't trade AVT. We don't have any rights to him. He's a free agent to be. We can't put him in a deal. We'd have to sign him first, which I mean, yeah, we'd have to sign him and then trade him, which would just be weird because if he could just hit free agency and pick the team that he wants to go to, but we can't move AVT before the new year because we don't have any rights to him. Now, you want to move Titman? You want to sign AVT? You want to move Titman? That might get some action from the Raiders. Young dude, badass, switch positions, has positional flexibility. They can sign him to the contract extension they want. I don't know if that's worth it for me. I like Titman and Membu next to one another, but I think that might be an overpay for me to go from 2 to 1 because I know how hard it was for us to build an offensive line. And when you have Titman and Membu on that right side together and they're young and they're both on their rookie contracts, Titman should get an extension this offseason. I want to see them come up together. I want to see them be that tandem that for years and years builds together and just gets better and becomes an elite right side of the offensive line in the NFL. But you got to do drastic things to get a quarterback in this league. So I wouldn't be against it completely if we get a quarterback, but it'd be a bold risk, especially if the quarterback doesn't hit. You gave up a premium piece. You basically gave up one of our proven known entities for the unknown. Shout out to all you guys for being here. Appreciate that on a Friday night. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We do have a raffle going on, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Joe Namath item, which we will be giving away on Super Bowl Sunday. So make sure you get in that. Have a show tonight that you're a part of right now. Sunday night, Dylan Terraman will be joining me at 8 o'clock. We'll discuss the events of tonight, the future, the offseason. If any other coaching candidates get brought up for the Jets for defensive coordinator, if any coaching changes happen to the current staff, which I think some of us expect. Charles London. We'll discuss that. And depending on what time I get home tomorrow night, maybe a little pop-up Saturday night show. Did one last week, had a really good turnout from all you guys, gained a lot of subs throughout the weekend between Saturday and Sunday. So screw it. Maybe we'll do it again. Like I said, if I get home at a reasonable hour, if you are in the Discord, you will be the first to know as always. And appreciate all of you for your support in Discord, on YouTube. And you guys are the best. You're really super tremendous. and let's go to the moon, baby.
To infinity and beyond.
Shout out to Bobby. Haven't talked to Bobby in a little while. It's been like a week. I hope our main man, Big Bobo, is doing okay. Now, to the ESPN, the thumbnail, the iconic thumbnail. I think that's my best one. I'm young, baby. I'm young in the thumbnail game and the AI images. But when I saw the commentary the other day by Stephen A. Smith and the propaganda machine that is ESPN television, not so much radio. I'm a big fan of Michael Kay, of course, a big fan of Jake. But ESPN television, I stopped watching ESPN television years ago. I'll watch a game, but I don't watch any of their television programming. It's too agenda driven. They have their agendas and they have their ideology that they want to push. Ladies and gentlemen, a nuke just went off in the chat. Andrew C. with a $50 super chat says, I'm watching. Andrew C., I promise you, when that call-in link drops, you will be talking as well. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. Everyone loves the pink. Johnny Boy especially. Everyone loves the pink. Thank you, Andrew. You're the man. I appreciate you, buddy. I hope you're doing well down there in Jacksonville. And just to keep the energy going, you saw me do it the other day on Wednesday on Jake's show. JAGS, Jags. I don't know if it's right the way you're looking at me, if it's mirrored, whatever. Just do the Jags chant, everybody. Let's root for the Jags. Take out the Bills. Hell yeah, Rusty. You know the deal. Forgive me, folks. It's a late night show. You're allowed to get a little freaky. But shout out to you, Andrew. You're the man. You just got 10 raffle entries for Super Bowl Sunday. You are an effing legend.
To the member.
Love that. Now, ESPN. Stephen A. Smith goes out there with his Dante Moore should go back to school. No one should want to go to the Jets. I've hated this guy for years. Eric Mangini held an open practice at the old stadium when he first got here. And Stephen A. Smith was outside and sitting along the fence, and he had a little table for a meet and greet. And I was wasted. And I was just screaming at him from 20 feet away about how awful you are. Why does everything have to be about race with you? Why can't you just have a sports talk without making it, dragging it to the gutter? I've just never liked his agenda. I've never liked the way he tries to speak about sports. I think he's a lot of fluff and hot air and not a lot of good points. So I've never been a Steven fan. And I'm not even going to say the fucking A anymore, because when you have to say your middle initial all the time, it's true. It is. Alan, I'll wear that jersey when you eat a bag of dicks, my friend. I sit here and I tell you, I text you earlier, watch the show, I'm going to give you some credit, and this is what you do to me now? Words hurt, bro. Oh, you're going to the game, Andrew. Awesome. Hell yeah. Rock a Jags jersey for us, bro. Our Jags t-shirt. Jerseys are you don't have to get a jersey, but I would definitely rock a Jags t-shirt playing the Bills. So with Stephen Smith, listen, to pick on the Jets is low-hanging fruit. The Raiders, have been just as awful. You're not talking shit about them. Why is that? Oh, I know why. Because their market is very small. And what people do, because how much of a lunatic, maniacal fan base we have, you pick on the Jets because you know it will get retweeted. You know YouTube shows will pop up about it. You know Instagram will be reshared. It's easy. You mention the Jets, our fan base goes ballistic. We can't resist. We're hurt. We're torn. We're abused. We're battered. We don't need outsiders giving us shit. We know how bad it is here. We talked about it already in the chat about how we're going to have to overpay for mid free agents. But to go out there on a major platform like that and shit talk the team, listen, Garrett Wilson, he's not the biggest guy. He's not the baddest guy. Yes, there are some flaws in his game that I'm not a fan of, and I don't consider him a 1A wide receiver. You need more guys like this on your team. You need guys that have that competitive spirit. You need guys like that who aren't afraid to open their mouth. You need guys like that who aren't afraid to speak up against the media and go back at them. He didn't cross a line. He didn't call Stephen Smith a gigantic piece of shit like I would have. He didn't call him a fucking moron like I would have. He didn't tell him he doesn't know sports and you're overpaid just to divide people like I would have. But that's why you need guys like Garrett Wilson. You need more guys who want to be here. You need more guys who will sign the contract extension and stay here. You need more guys who want to be a part of the turnaround. You need more guys like that. Go get more guys like that with all this draft capital. It's a pivotal moment in the history for the Jets. And I say that because we've had draft capital. We had it in 22. We had it in 2000. We've had money, rare, but we've had money. But we spent it on a linebacker and a running back, poorly done by McCagnon. When you look up and down, you've never had both. Muji is the most important person in the New York Jets organization, not Aaron Glenn. Muji. You have to find talent, and you have to find elite talent, and you have to do it over and over and over again. So the pressure of the world is on Muji and the scout team right now because of all the holes that this roster has. Got to find a quarterback that can fit for a year. You got to find a bridge. You're not drafting a guy to start. You're going to have to find a veteran. And it's not going to be a veteran that we're going to love. Maybe you have to go into the trade market. Who? I don't know. Things happen. Does Joe Burrow want out of Cincy? Does that mean the Bengals move him? Does that mean the Rams, in my opinion, jump for Burrow, which then would make Stafford available for a short time? I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in the NFL offseason. You never know what the carousel is going to do. I think Stafford and his wife would absolutely love the New York market. If even a 1-year window, you get a guy like Stafford because Burrow bounces to LA. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm looking for the best possible scenario in a really bad situation. I don't believe that happens. Mays, I, he should be in the conversation. Trubisky, Mariota, Willis, Wills should all be in the conversation. They should. I don't know who we're gonna get though. This is as bad as it could have went for the Jets in a season where we need to draft a quarterback. Simpson and Moore fall flat on their face. Aller gets injured. Klubnik, Nussmeier fall off the face of the earth. Sellers falls off the face of the earth. You could have not drawn up even the biggest doomsday scenario, Allen, could have not predicted that all of these guys would have fallen off the face of the earth. Allen thought Nussmeier was going to go top to the Saints. Boomtown's got that receipt. Klubnik from Clemson was supposed to be a top guy. Sellers was supposed to be a better Justin Fields as a passer. Aller, people were saying could be a Josh Allen type with his size and mobility. None of them. None of them are first round picks. More disappointing. Simpson, horrible since October. There's one guy. There's one man that stood out amongst the rest. And he might not be there for us. As bad as this season has been, some calling it the worst they've ever seen, still not bad enough to get the number 1 pick. Still not bad enough to get the number 1 pick, which is insane. But also our luck. Andrew C. with another super chat, $10. My coworker says, just be a Jaguar fan. I say, you don't understand. What? Charles Gorman is. Of course, whenever you see what back to back, you have to do what? Dre, it's never a wrong time to enjoy your puff lala. I see you in the chat, Dre Day. Shout out to you. Thanks for being here. Folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Raffle going on. Andrew C. is trying to win it himself tonight. Super Bowl Sunday. Joe Namath giveaway. Make sure you get in. Appreciate all the support you guys do for the channel day in and day out. We are very close to 2,000. We started today at 1973. We've gained one more. We're 26 away. Yeetus, what up? How about Peter Woods? At 2? I got to see more film of him. I know Buffalo Jet fan messaged our Twitter text group about him today. I think he was doing a show about him tonight. I don't know if he's number 2. I'm gonna have to put work in on the position players. I've really been focused on Mendoza so much that I just believe that was going to happen. But I mean, let's weigh the options, right? Like, let's look at it now, because I'm sure Tankathon, who updates everything immediately. Shout out to those guys that run that site. They're fucking amazing. They get the love that they deserve, usually for the negative reasons with teams sucking. All right, right now they still have the Jets taking Dante Moore. But after that, you got Arvell Reese, who's a tweener, Ruben Bain, who's a tweener. You got Tate and Tyson back to back at 5 and 6. There's really no separation there between them. Depends on who you need and what type of receiver that you need. You have the safety, Caleb Downs. I can't, in my right mind, have a Jets take a safety at number 2. Jeremiah Love, you guys know how much I've trashed the Giants for taking Barkley at number 2 years ago. I mean, Keldrick Falk, they have going 12 to the Cowboys. Peter Woods goes 14 to the Ravens. Sonny Styles, 15. Like, Mekhi Lemon goes to us at 16. Like, who the fuck is there to take? There's no clear cut number 2 pick. This is horrible to be the number 2 pick here. And I don't think there's anyone worth trading up for. This is going to be a very disappointing number 2 pick if they take Mendoza at number 1. And now you have to hope and you have to pray that Allen, who a lot of you don't have good vibes with, you have to hope Allen's right. And the Raiders look at this draft class and say, you know what? We're going to wait. We're going to take Arvell Reese and team him up with Crosby on this defense. We're going to take an offensive tackle. We're going to trade the pick and then the Jets move up. I don't know, folks. This, to me, more playing this bad is so disappointing on so many levels. I was of the mindset and of the hope and of the desire that Moore would outplay Mendoza. Indiana was going to win. I didn't think it would be as bad as this. But I did say the other day, I don't think anyone's going to compete with with Indiana the rest of the way. I really don't. And you saw them just mop the floor. And a game that was 30-20 2 months ago was an absolute mismatch and demolition tonight. Shout out to Axe and Smash and Crush. Not really Crush, just Axe and Smash. But folks, call-in link is pinned. Let's talk some Jets football tonight. Let's talk draft. Whatever you got on your mind. Shout out to the Dream again for the $50 super chat and following it up with a 10. You're the man. Thank you to Bino for yours and being a member of the channel for 11 months. Let's get some likes, folks. Smash the like button. I got to refill my water. I should have done that before the show. But I rushed in. I was excited to talk football. So let's I see Lane's in the chat. Let's show a little love to Lane.
This is his Bobby in his orange chair. See, this is him. I like the come on. Look at my wife. No, I mean I'm Neil. I saw that game and I was in my nuts. How could they not win? I'm upset right now, going bonkers with a cigar in my mouth. I was watching it and the record's like 10-3 now. You know? Let me just go step out the window right now. I'm Charles. With the hat on.
Oh, wow. That's fast. Yeah, you could do. All right, hold on. Let's do Alan. Do you want to do a impersonation of me?
Good evening. Before I start this show, these are the advertisements. Custom best bourbon that you could get for just 99 cents for the you get 50% off anytime you go to like Buffalo Wild like wings for any Jets game or Giants game. We're gonna go take some callers now. Bobby, are you there? I don't think he's there. I think he's in a dark spot.
Would you be able to do an impersonation of Jake?
You know how it counts down to the beginning of the show and go, good evening. I'll have shows on for 2 days. I had one this morning with Jeff Parsons. And the merch store, anything that you could get from the merch store is you get for any, like if you become a member. The first call we go to is Bobby, midnight. Hi, Jake. Hi, Bobby. Oh, you look happy. Can we see your cat? Okay, I'll show you my cat. Oh, the kitty cat. I can do this all day.
Can you do an impersonation? Shout out to Lane, ladies and gentlemen. If you play it, he will come. Hello, Lane. Good evening. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I wrote some stuff about the draft. You have right?
I saw.
Now, what do you do with Deontay Moore? Do you sign him?
Well, we can't sign him, but I believe he goes back to school.
I
think that they got unfinished business there in Oregon, and I think he goes back, and it's the best thing for him. He needs to play. He needs to play late. He does not look like an NFL-ready quarterback. So what's the point of declaring for the draft when you're not ready?
Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody want him. I mean, or you could go after Simpson, or you could sign like Mendoza. But I don't know.
I mean, you'd have to draft Mendoza, right? Do you know of any prospects that are better than Mendoza?
Well, I mean, they have they just have everybody in college, but I can't really think of anybody because you have to think about that you keep Aaron Glenn going to next year, and then if you don't find anybody going into 2026, then you could possibly wait until the year after
Good
for the
point, Lane.
draft.
It's almost like I made those points and you're saying them back to me. Is that what you're doing? Did you take my words and use them against me, Lane? Are you being a trickster?
No, no. Oh yeah, and I did fart last night.
I know
Like
you
I
did.
was
I know you
like,
did, Lane.
yeah, it's like a machine. I'm like Charles.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you are a machine, Lane. Your calls are
Yeah,
terrific. You're terrific, Lane.
yeah, and I mean honestly, yeah. So, um, I think that Buffalo has to win on Saturday. That's what I wanted to talk about.
No,
Because-
Jacksonville, Lane, and it's Sunday at 1.
Yeah,
Jacksonville
I
has
mean,
to win.
I mean, like Jacksonville's playing now. I mean, these games are going to be very important.
Alan, I think
Because
this is the
you
comment
know,
Lou's referring to.
here. Oh, let me
Give
read
me a
this.
thumbs up if I'm right.
The only thing that I can save, as is Brady connects that the Mannings and Guardians ain't
Yes, the Guardians.
ain't
So
the
what the big fella
number
says is that the
one
only
pick
thing that
if
can
he comes
save us
out.
is Brady contacts the Mannings and guarantees they take Arch number 1, and Arch can still
Yeah, I know.
declare. But I think
Because
Arch has until I forget the declaration deadline. I think it's the 14th. But
yeah, the 14th of January, I believe. Because that's when you could start like, the lottery draft.
yes, that's exactly when. Lane,
Yeah. Thank you.
you're a national treasure, my friend. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
Lane, did you hit the like button?
Yeah. Now let's see who else has to call in.
Let's
How many
see.
more people are calling
Wait
in?
here, Lane. Send it to here. Wait, I'm gonna put you on, and then without knowing who it is, you introduce the next caller. Just give a generic welcome. Oh,
All right.
hold on. Put you here, and then we hit that.
Hi. Hi. So this is Lane Kerner. Let's see who else wants to call in. Let's see who's next going to call in. Who's ready to call in?
Introduce Lou.
Okay.
Introduce Lou.
Introduce Lou. You're now in line to call in.
Thank you,
Lou?
Lane Train. That was amazing.
You have an introduction by Lane, Lou. You've made it.
Oh.
Thank you,
Nick,
Lane.
thanks, Lane. Nick was so fucked, man. Was so fucked.
Yeah.
How could it be that we get picked 2 in a 1 quarterback draft? It's incredible. And then not only that, it gets worse.
I said it a few weeks ago.
1 to 10, who's the right person to pick? It's so confusing.
I said it a few weeks ago. I said the worst case scenario could come true, where we move up, we get to number 2 in the draft, and it's a 1 quarterback draft, and the team in front of us is the team that needs a quarterback.
Yeah,
and it's the worst case scenario so far.
And then third worst case is who's picking that worst case scenario. So that's really where this is.
Yeah.
This has gone haywire. But I want to say something because Big Fella just said something, and I agree with him. So the only person in the world that understands the Mannings is Brady. Okay. And I understand that if Manning came in, he would have to sit, right? But he could be developed. Manning is going to probably go first next year. Everyone's going to want him next year. So there's another reason why the Mannings can say, hey, we'd love him to go out now. Well, Nevada doesn't, the tax is a lot different in Nevada than in most places in this country. So that money is worth so much more. And if you ever have to question anything, always follow the money. That's why we thought Dante was going to follow the money right in. Alan was right. But Dante can't follow the money no more because he won't go first. He won't go 1, 2, or 3, right? So
we have a rule on the show, Lou. I already gave Alan credit once about something. Yeah. We cannot give Alan credit multiple times in a show. If you wait 5 minutes, it'll be after midnight and it's a new day and you can refresh and do that. But we cannot give Alan credit multiple times.
The guy's smart sometimes. I just, it is what it is. But
you hear this bullshit? He's in the back celebrating. That's why I'm playing up to it.
No, but look, the Mannings are very close with Brady. Let's be honest. These are 2 people that are on the only two people in the world, or three, whatever it is, with the two Mannings, but they are on the same wave. They can speak, they can talk and say, hey, look, he comes in, we take him. He sits. He makes double the money because he doesn't get taxed. And we'll develop him the right way. Oh, by the way, that quarterback that understands you the most is also the owner of the team. It makes total sense. Next year, they cannot control where he goes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
This is the
You got to
only
roll the
year.
dice, right? You got to say, do we go into an environment that we know and we can control? And the Manning family can also have a say in who the head coach is going to be.
And Brady
Lou, you're selling me here, Lou.
No, but Brady understands everything that they're going to say. They'll have to convince other people, right?
Yeah.
It's like Dion trying to convince someone what they should do with his son. That's not going to work. But the Mannings and Brady,
there's a great relationship. There's a great rapport. The head coaching spot is open. The type of offense
they can help pick him.
The type of offensive coordinator you can bring in is.
It's all a clean slate right
now. They
now.
can control a lot. I love the theory, Lou. I really love it.
So they have to be thinking it, right? These guys are so smart that they're thinking this. It's just a matter if they do it. And the tax thing, you cannot think that the tax doesn't mean something. It does, right? What is it? No state tax, no income. Regardless, it's probably $20 million more if he goes to Nevada.
Not on the first deal.
Okay,
not
eventually.
On the first deal, because if it's state tax, only half of your games are played there. So you only get taxed. You get taxed in the state where your games are played. So if you play a game in New Jersey, you're going to hate that game because you're going to get taxed more because you're earning your money in that state.
I didn't know it works like that.
But
it's still a lot of money.
An independent contractor. You get taxed on where you earn your money, and you have to file in those states. So your game check is differently taxed. So when you play in Florida or Texas, you don't get any.
I didn't know that, but it's still
Nevada has no income, state income.
Nevada is great with taxes. That's why they open up all the studios there, and Nevada and Texas, and only a few other places like that in the country that the tax incentive is that good. So all right, so what do you think?
$50 million deal, you're probably looking the lifetime of the deal. I would say a couple million, like 2-3 million more that you would.
Oh, but this guy's going to sign a huge deal one day, Manning.
Yeah, but I'm talking the rookie deal.
Okay,
you're probably looking at a couple $1 million difference because after you pay your agent fees, after your federal and all the other stuff and the union contributions, your individual game checks, the state tax is a lot less than federal.
But if he signs a big deal,
it does make a difference.
We should have someone, Alan. You want to show how smart you are? Calculate this for us. There you go, Alan. Do the tax.
There are 9 states that do not have income taxes.
Okay.
Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. Lou B, you're a good guy. You seem like a really nice guy. Arch Manning is not leaving school. Arch Manning is going back to college.
It's my last hope, Alan. It
is a one quarterback class, and the Jets are number 2. That's it.
All right. So what do we do at 2? We have to do something.
I think the Jets will draft Arvell Reese unless they can find a partner to trade down. I do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing. All I heard all week from guys like Jake and others, he's not going to give up $50 million. No. He's going to. You know what? If I am Dante Moore's representatives, I would not even bother going to the draft. Okay. Go back to school, hone your craft. There's no reason to come out and sit the entire 2026 season on the bench. Let him continue to develop, okay? People are like, he's not going to give up $50 million. Yes, he is. He is. It's smart. It's the smart thing to do. Yes, people don't understand that. People are like, he's going to be a money grabber. There's no reason to take the $50 million when you're not fully developed. He's 20 years old. Okay.
Well, yesterday that was different than today, right? He just got whacked.
No, I still thought he was going to come. I still don't think he was going to come out. I really didn't.
Well, I just think it's a little different after today's game. It was like crazy.
I thought it was really. I thought there was. I gave him more. I gave him like a 40 to 50% chance of coming out based on what I've heard. But now it's like 20%.
Even if he comes out, you cannot draft him at 2.
You can't.
No,
You cannot.
The ideology of he's not going to give away $50 million. There's not $50 million to make because you're not getting drafted that high.
Yeah.
Not anymore. So
And
who's the pick, Alan? You pick
I
Arvel.
would take the pass rusher. I would take Reese at 2.
And if
I
you
would.
could trade back to
I don't
5,
love
who do you
it.
take?
I don't love it, but I that would be my choice. I think that's the guy
I would
with the
trade
biggest
back.
upside. I think that's
I
the
would
guy
trade
that
back.
you can have the most impact with.
Yeah.
And I think that's the guy who has a chance to be great.
Because people continue to talk about Sonny Styles is a Mike linebacker. You're not taking a Mike linebacker at 2. I'm sorry, you're just not going to do it.
No.
You're not. He's a guy who's going to get drafted between 10
You
and
take
18.
guys who hit the quarterback, protect
Yeah.
the quarterback, are the quarterback, or catch from the quarterback.
The problem, this is such a awful top-heavy draft. It is. It's not a great draft.
No.
There's
The
one
best
guy.
thing that happened to the Jets is they finished second, and even if Moore was coming out, which I don't think he is now, they didn't have to trade any future capital. You have the 3 2027 picks in the bag, in your arsenal, and now it's time to build your roster. That's all you have to do. Hopefully there's a team out there that's willing to trade up to 2.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And if you trade down to 4 and maybe get a second or get another 2 or 3 or get future, it's all about accumulating draft capital.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
And then hitting on it, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dream with another super chat. And we are bad, and we discovered nothing from our team this year.
Yeah.
You're right, man. It's very disappointing, Andrew. But I'm happy for you getting to go to a playoff game. And I hope you get to see a Jaguars win, brother.
Yeah.
I hope to God they just the whole key to that game, real quick, just a segue. Take the ball if you're the Jags. Score. Stop
Yes.
them. Score again. Take James Cook out immediately. And make
If that
Josh
game-
Allen have to be accurate for 3.5 quarters, which he can't.
If that game is close in the 4th quarter, I'll take the Bills. That
So,
game has to be double digits. I think the Bills are going to win the game. I know that me and Nick differ, but if that game is within a score in the 4th quarter, I will take Josh Allen in that game. But
Allen,
I mean,
we did this last year. We're going to do it again. Allen, repeat after me. I, Josh Allen Avatal,
Josh Allen Avatal,
solely declare my allegiance to all things Buffalo related.
To all things Buffalo related.
Wings. Fat ugly chicks.
Yeah.
Broken tables.
That sounds like fun.
And fat man-breasted having Deion Dawkins.
I'd rather take him than Michael Clemens. So Deion Dawkins. That's fine.
Fat man-breasted Deion Dawkins.
Fat man-breasted
Deion Dawkins.
Whatever. Whatever. Go on.
God damn it. Say it or else it won't come
to the
true.
Super Bowl, but they're going to win on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Damn it, Alan.
But again, Lou B, the Mendoza dream ended tonight, and Arch Manning is
I know
never
it's been
coming
over for a while, man. I'm just
and Arch Manning is not coming out.
So where do you think he's going to end up next year?
He won't end up with the Jets. The Manning.
No, I don't think that.
Manning will be number 1 in 2027 draft.
Yeah.
And the Mannings will never. If the Jets had the number 1 pick next year, the Mannings will never allow Arch to play.
But that's what I'm trying. But you're proving my point, though, is why I think that they're going to at least make an attempt to have this conversation. I mean, it has to be told them. They're too smart not to think about it. But
they're not. He's not coming out. He's not
no,
fully developed.
I would say it's 99.99. That
I think it's 100%. Yes. 100%.
I'm not saying you're wrong on this. This is me wishful thinking as a Jets fan.
I named my butt plug Joshy. Thank you.
All right, I have to believe. I want to say one thing though. The other day, Chris Collinsworth on the Ravens game said you could thank Derrick Henry for getting those receivers open. With that being said, they're worried about him every play. They're worried, what's Derrick Henry going to do, right? I believe the Jets should trade back. And Nick, I've been preaching this. Trade back and get Jeremiah Love. He is a real stud in this draft. If you look at this draft, he is a true stud. Now, I understand it could be early, but if you trade to Cleveland and you say, Cleveland, hey, give us a 2 or a 3, take Arvel, and we get Jeremiah Love, he's a freak. And anyone can think whatever they want. But next year when you watch that guy play, He is a freak. He's unbelievable. And I don't think Brees is staying here. I think he's going to ask to be traded, or if we tag him and trade him to Kansas City or Denver, get another 3 or whatever. That's my hope as a GM.
Luby, my Tanner McKee dream is alive now. It's alive.
Hey, I like him. But I think Wilkes goes to Miami. Maybe they've been talking about that.
I think Willis goes to Miami.
But again, Malik, right? So he's gone.
The Jets, like always, are always the bridesmaid. They're never the bride. And that's
we're not even the bridesmaid, Alan. We're the transgender blue-haired person sitting in the back that won't even go into the goddamn church because we think we're going to burst into flames. We don't even get into the venue.
Nick, wasn't it funny watching Signetti with that pissed off face up 5 touchdowns?
I had to work, and I hate that they put these games on Thursday and Friday night. But I get it. Now that you're extending the season with the NFL playoffs on, you had to put this game on Thursday and Friday.
Indiana minus 7.5. That's the spread.
I take that. I would move it to 16.5 to get more money.
I think
Indiana's going to fucking cook them.
Below them.
And I like Miami. I like the comeback story. I like that people thought they were borderline. Some people thought they didn't belong, and I love what they're doing. I'm enjoying this run by Miami. Like last night, as a football fan, was win-win for me because either you get the cool story with the Ole Miss team moving on and Kiffin left, or you get a Miami team that people didn't think deserved to be there moving on. So
I love Indiana in that game.
I thought last night was really fun as a football fan.
Yeah.
And tonight was just watching a perfect storm.
Luby, enjoy the Fernando Mendoza jersey. Remember, Mendoza to Bowers. That will be the matchup. That will be what we'll see in the future.
Words hurt, Alan. Words hurt.
I know. Mendoza to Bowers. Touchdown.
No, he's unbelievable. He is unbelievable. Mendoza is unbelievable. I don't care what anyone says. He is incredible.
But the Raiders better build an offensive line. If not, he's going to get
lucky. Oh my God, that'd be great if they just take Maui Noah. They just fucking take the tackle. Just take the fucking tackle.
We took
with Gino for one more year and build it for Manning. Build it for Manning. Take the tackle. Alan, now that the quarterbacks are gone, give me your thoughts today. Pick number 2, pick number 16. Best case scenario for the Jets.
Reese at 2.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about if you don't trade back.
No trades. Best case scenario,
Reese
2 and 16.
Reese at 2. And I don't think Styles gets to 16. So I think he'll go between 12 and I think Dallas or Tampa will take him before us. I do like Lemon. If Lemon gets to 16, he's a guy that intrigues me. It's weird because there are only a couple of, Boston's an interesting guy, but I don't know if I want to take him at 16. He's a guy I'd rather take in the 20s.
Okay.
Caden McDonald is an interesting guy.
Slides?
What?
What if Woods slides?
Woods is an interesting guy. I think him and McDonald will be guys that will be in the discussion at 16.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't want to take a defensive tackle that high. I
would like 2 McDonalds on the defensive line, even if for a year together.
Yeah.
I love Caleb Banks. I don't know if it's worth 16.
No.
But right now, no trades. Like if you give me my dream scenario, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say you move on from Sherwood and you go Reese and you go Styles.
I don't think Styles gets to 16.
I know, I don't, but that's it's plausible, right? Or how about this? Give me Reese and Keldrick Falk falls.
I don't think Falk gets to 16.
No, I don't think. But if the receivers start going early, and if 2 offensive linemen go and the running back goes, and then maybe a cornerback, you're gonna have the safety.
I don't think. I think Falk, Bailey, Bain, and Reese will go in the top 12.
You hope that someone takes Sadiq, the tight end, ahead of us.
I don't think he'll go that. The only team I think that would take him at that high, but I don't think they will, would be Kansas City.
Yeah, they're gonna go for Jeremiah Love probably.
I think Kansas City or Minnesota would be very interested in Love. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is rough.
Everyone's talking about Bailey lately like crazy, and a lot of people.
Bailey's the best pure pass rusher in this draft.
Yeah.
Not a great guy.
According to Dom C, he can't play the run.
Yeah, he's very McDonald-ish.
Oh, we don't need more of that shit.
He is.
We have enough of those problems. But Bane,
Andrew C. with
Bane-
another super chat. Alan, I initially hated you, but you were my fave.
You see, I appreciate it. All I heard this week was from Jake. Oh, he's not going to give up $50 million. No, he's not. He's going to come. He'd be stupid to give up $50 million.
Alan, in Jake's defense, if he bowled out tonight, he was coming into the draft. Come on, if he went crazy tonight, come on, why not? He looked like Justin Fields out there today. I swear I was getting flashbacks.
He had happy feet tonight. Unfortunately, he did. That first throw really, it was weird because they came right down the field at 7-7. And then when Mendoza scored at 14-7 and they had that turnover and made it 21-7, the game was over. And then he had happy feet. He did, unfortunately. And
it just makes me
You guys want to hang out?
Yeah, we're fine.
Sure.
All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna put you guys in the back. I got someone else I'm gonna bring on with you. Oh,
okay.
Never mind. I was gonna bring someone else on, but he bailed. All right, so I'll just bring you on now. Swamp, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on?
Swamp? How are you?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? That was a kick in the fucking nuts, man. Because I was like you, Lou. I'm like, dude, I just want to see Dante look good. I want the Raiders to be stupid and then draft more because all these talking heads in the media got. How do these guys make a living off saying things like Moore is a better prospect than Mendoza? Does anyone know?
I think Moore has a higher ceiling. I think he does. But the problem is he's not even close to ready. He's played 20 games or 18 games or whatever. He's not ready.
I just think he could play now. Maybe he transfers to Indiana and we can see him in a Kurt Signetti system. And
no, they already got a new quarterback, so they're fine.
So another thing, all the other shows, and I watch in the background, but no one takes into consideration that this is the New York Jets. We can't trade back into the first round and pick up a kid and be like, oh, we'll have a bridge and he'll sit and he'll develop. It's impossible, man. With the Jets,
You can't.
the Jets,
You can't take the quarterback and sit him for a year.
no.
I would rather you just wait the fucking year
Yes.
and then get a quarterback who's ready to play.
And
Because how's
the
he
best
going to
thing-
get better sitting behind any of the options that we have, Swamp?
dude, or the coaching, man, and the whole curse, dude. Like the idea that our offensive line played probably 99.9% of the snaps together. Maybe one guy came off for a snap. I don't know, but they started and finished every single game together, and we won 3 games. When it matters, our offensive line will be depleted. We'll be down to practice stringers again, just like it was when Rodgers was here.
When it
And
matters.
that is the like when people come to take this job, and you would have thought that Aaron Glenn, like that's what I thought he was trying to say in his presser, like when he got hired, that he knew, you know what I mean? Like this is the Jets, this is not the Cardinals, this is not the Raiders, this is not Cincinnati where it's cozy and cushy, and this dude, they play in a dump of a stadium, and they have this looming curse over them.
They do.
And nobody seems to take any of that into consideration. It's just, I don't know, man. It's so disheartening. It really is. And the thought, right? Like if I'm the GM, if I'm Darren Muji and I survive the year, and with Aaron Glenn at the helm, and we bring in a Malik Willis who will win us 1 game next year, and we pay him $40 million, because that's probably what's going to happen. Or we trade for a Tanner McKee and he wins us 2 games. And we have the number 1 overall pick.
I got an idea, too.
What?
Run it back with Fields. If you want the number 1 pick, run it back with Fields.
Dude,
Maybe he's
Back, I'm out. You'll never
Here's the
see me
thing.
again.
The idea, right? That
Oh.
Arch Manning and the Manning family are going to say, we're not playing for you, but
That
he
is true.
declares for the draft. You know what I would do? I would say, okay, I am going to draft you anyway. And if you don't want to play, I am going to keep you for 5 years and you will never play a snap in the
I love
NFL.
that.
You know what I mean?
I
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? Like these guys that come out of college want to pick and choose where they want. Like, what right do they have when you got guys?
Eli got to choose where he wanted to go. I think Arch is going to
But
do the same thing.
John Elway did as well.
I get it.
John Elway did the same thing.
I don't blame him because I wouldn't want to fucking come to this franchise. You know what I mean? But like,
That's what's gonna happen.
someone's got to grow a ball sack and say, "Yeah, screw you, bro." Like, you're not even in the NFL yet. Like, you don't get to make that call.
Yeah.
Not gonna
But
happen.
Here's the thing: if you're drafted and you never come to terms with the team, you are eligible for next year's draft. So it wouldn't be you'd have to sign the contract to hold his rights for 5 years. But there'll be two things. The agent will have conversations and saying, we're not going to come to you if you do make that pick. They can go back to school that right then and there and not declare for the draft.
right.
Or they just don't ever come to terms. They hold out, and then they're eligible to enter the next year's draft. But now you're not playing because you declared for the draft. So it's a slippery slope, and it definitely sounds like a Jets saga. Gentlemen, I'm going to pop you guys in the back real quick, and then I'll bring you all back on. There's someone who keeps calling in. Let me get him real quick.
Cool.
You okay?
Yeah, hey, Nick Shine, I love you.
I love you too, Mikey. How you doing, buddy?
Here's my prediction: the Jets get, the Baltimore quarterback. We should trade the number 2 pick to Baltimore for Lamar Jackson. Yeah, baby. You think
Who the
so?
fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Oh, you hear me now? I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I played
I
a
love
video.
Lamar Jackson to the Jets. Yeah.
No. Not a
Yeah,
fan.
he's got. Why he will. He said he will be a Jet. He won't put the Jets down like that McFay guy. Oh, don't go to the Jets, anybody. I would kick that guy's ass in any minute.
All right.
Because in the McShay, you could go to the Jets. But if you got Mendoza, I call him today. Mendoza, come to the Jets. Don't go to Tom Brady because he's a tuck rule guy. Tuck rule.
Talk bro. Yep.
I know. He's
Can
a
you remind
traitor.
everybody? Can you remind everyone who might not know, or make them aware of what Bill Belichick can do to you if you ever meet Bill Belichick?
I'll kick his ass. Yeah.
What can he do to you?
Because he's stupid. He's stupid.
No, listen to me. What can he do to you? He can what?
Stop my.
He can what?
What was it called? What was it name? I know where I said before. I forgot Allie. Allie told me. What was that name? Yeah, my water bottle. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know. Wait a minute.
All right. We'll wait for you to think.
Hey, guess what? I got the autograph for Jackson. You know Jackson, the guy for the Jets.
Bobby Jackson?
Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson. Nice.
Yeah, he used to play for, what's it? Joe Namath. A friend at the hospital at the HR. He's the guy helping the finance. He got me the pictures of him.
Okay. Awesome.
And it's coming to Brattleboro House to meet me soon.
Nice, Mikey. I'm happy for you.
I love you, Nick. All
right, buddy.
The Jet. If you get Mendoza, I got Tom Brady. Give me money. I'll give you money, $100 to get Mendoza.
All right, Mikey. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the football games, and I love you, buddy.
And we have a plan. Buffalo loses, Patriots loses, and Pittsburgh loses, and the Jets fans gonna be crazy.
Yes, sir. All right, Mikey. Get some rest, buddy.
You're my homeboy.
You're my homeboy too.
Yeah, tell everybody I love them on the whole. I love them. Detroit and the Jets gonna play each other. Remember, Cat? See next shit. Yeah, Tat Allen, I love him too. Not in the gay way. So tell.
Not in a gay way. I'll tell him.
Okay, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Mikey.
You take
Later,
care of
pal.
yourself.
Give me a Jags chant real
J-E-T.
quick. Give me a JAGS.
J-E-T-S. And number 70 dance. 70 dance. 70 dance. Yeah. Go Jets. Go.
To the member.
I love when people love me not in a gay way. It's great. I love it.
That's how I prefer to be loved.
I'll put in 100 too. I'll put 100 on top of that for Brady.
I appreciate it.
You guys, D'Angelo Pons becomes New York Jet.
It's a fun player. He's too small.
But that's Aaron Glenn's style, man.
He's too small. What is he, 5'9"?
That's what they said, dude. PFF's got him 5'7".
Yeah, he's small. He's a small kid. I love their middle linebacker. That kid's fun to watch. Fisher,
Aiden Fisher.
It's a fun team.
Do you think this regime shops those 27 picks?
No.
I pray to God they do not.
I think they understand the shit that they're in, and if they don't get results, they're done. And what good are those 27 picks for them? You know what I mean?
If anything, they move back in this draft and try to get more next year.
That would be golden. They cannot trade a 27 pick. They can't.
I think if anything, they try to load that up even more.
Oh.
And 12 months from now, it's the same garbage, and we're sitting at pick 3, and it's a 2 quarterback class.
It's true.
Because like we could have 5 firsts, dude, and if there's 2 generational talents, and Arch Manning and pick your poison, and Dante Moore lights it up. I don't know.
Carr.
No one's taking those picks. They're like, I want this guy. You know what I mean?
I just hope if he actually comes out, the Jets trade the pick. I don't want him on the problem is the Jets would be so tempted.
Yes.
To draft him and play him early.
Oh.
And then completely destroy the kid.
I don't think they're going to take him. They can't take that chance.
They will. I'm telling you.
I know, but it's too long of a deal for them. They'll lose their jobs by then, Alan. It's too long of a development process.
Yeah.
Who are we going to get? We're in quarterback hell again. This is worse than last year. This could be worse than last year.
Yeah.
If Tanner gets signed to someone and Malik gets signed to someone, then who? Kirk Cousins?
You're going to have to get a bridge, and you're going to have
They're
to
going to have to get
someone,
a bridge.
You know, if you want to run a downfield passing system, and like Jared Goff succeeded in the Lions, I mean, is Cousins an awful option for 1 year? No, I don't think he is. Like, we're not going to win the Super Bowl. We're not looking to win the Super Bowl. We're looking to get quality quarterback play for 1 year to get a true read on what this system can be.
Doesn't he have a no trade?
No, he just changed his contract.
He's probably going to get released, right? He's probably going to.
He's not coming here. He'd rather go play in Indianapolis and wait till. Jones is not going to play a lot of next year anyhow, so he'd rather go play. You can go play.
What did he do?
You know what? He
Achilles
might.
or ACL?
What?
What did Jones do? Achilles or ACL?
I think he was in Achilles.
Dude, Riley Leonard played really well.
Played well.
And Phillip Rivers expressed his interest in possibly coaching in Indy. So they might just use him as a holdover till Jones gets healthy enough to come back.
I could see Cousins going back to Minnesota for a year.
But a lot of these guys could be off the board in free agency also. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're in trouble. What we need to hear is
there's always guys who shake free. There's always guys that you don't expect to be available that could become available.
And please, no Lamar Jackson.
I was just thinking.
Listen, I know people don't want to hear this, and I know people are so focused about how awful the past has been. With next year's draft class, with Manning, with the other quarterbacks,
Carr,
with Jeremiah Smith and Williams coming out,
Colin Simmons.
With Simmons, the defensive end, man, I hope to God next year that us, Dallas, and the Colts are all fucking top 10 picks. I don't care. Like, you want to change your franchise?
I don't need.
You get the top 3 top 10 picks next year, and then you go to the fucking moon. I don't want to be average. I want to be great. Go get me a weapon like Jeremiah Smith with a rookie quarterback, with Simmons at defensive end, and you have Reese and Simmons together on the same defense going after the quarterback. Now you're fucking talking.
But Nick, if you're gonna do that, you need to be like fully committed. Like if I'm Darren Muji, I'm shopping Garrett Wilson, man. I'm trying to get another first or more for him. And I am depleting this roster of any resemblance of talent. And the month of December is what we are going to witness for the entire year. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. Like you can't like, oh, we'll get this guy and see if we can evaluate the system. It's like, dude, why? Like we did that with Atlanta. And look what like that Atlanta game, I think they thought that they could lose with Tyrod Taylor, and their special teams was good enough to keep them in the game, and they made enough plays, and it cost them the first overall pick.
Alan Lazard cost us Mendoza. That fuck that had to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Hold on, guys. Lou, we got to do an intervention. Are you okay?
And then, I'm pissed about Alan Lazard. One catch. He lost us Mendoza. You know without that catch.
And then that kick by Nick Folk was a fucking flaccid.
It was the Folk Taylor, right? That he caught that ball and it was the end. We did not need to win that game.
He did the same thing
right now.
He did the same thing against the Giants in that was overtime a couple of years ago, right? When Rodgers went down and they won the game against the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Lazard had a game-winning catch or a game-tying catch.
That was the game-tying catch before the field goal.
That was Aaron Rodgers saying, "Hey,
that was like the game where we did nothing for the first like 58 minutes, and then all of a sudden Zach Wilson went nuts to tie it at the end of regulation."
Yeah. One thing I will give this regime credit for.
We'll bring Zach back for a year, baby. Let's go.
Oh my God, dude!
Bring Zach back. Zach locks us into the #1 pick. Boom! He did his job. You can leave. Go off into the sunset, young man.
One thing you got to give this regime credit for is they committed to losing after that Atlanta game. And the Jets of past would have found a way to win that Saints game or that something. They would have won one more and they'd be picking at 6 or 7. And I mean, at this point, it doesn't even matter. But
it does, though, because it's not a given. There are flaws in Mendoza's game that a lot of scouts point out. So, it's not a given the Raiders are going to go for him. The Raiders could sell him to us, right? They could just say, hey, we're going to take him, but if you overpay us, we'll move back a spot. And
they'll offer him to us for 3 number ones.
Not for 1 spot.
So they will. If it's a 1 quarterback class,
then fuck you, take him.
Then they're going to take him.
Not you. I'm not saying fuck you. I'm saying the Raiders.
That's
fuck
fine
you.
Take fuck you, but they're gonna.
If you're gonna do that, I wouldn't say that to you.
I think the Jets. I think the Jets would take. I think they would do that.
If you want 3 1s, take them. You fucking call their bluff. Go ahead, take them.
Would you give our second for Max Crosby and something else?
And get both the #1 and Max Crosby?
Crosby doesn't work for this team. This team is so far away.
And here's the thing. He's going to be 29 in August.
Yeah.
By the time we get good, it's not going to be good. Like I don't want to pay a guy to come here and pay him top dollar if we're not ready to fucking get over the top. And like, that's a final piece of the puzzle move, you know, like Buffalo trying to bring in Von Miller with that ridiculous 6-year contract at 32 years old. Like that was retarded. And like, we're not there. You know, we got to build our core. We can't be giving draft picks away. We got to build a core. We got to build a young nucleus. We got to use all these draft picks to get defensive tackle, linebacker, edge, wide receiver, another offensive lineman, a safety, a tight end, a running back, a quarterback.
My only fear about that is I feel like we did that when Saleh was here. We just didn't draft the right quarterback. And you saw what that got us. It got us mediocrity and pick 11 and pick 12, where we are the New York Jets. We're not going to draft a Bo Nix and turn him into a functioning playoff caliber quarterback. You know what I mean?
Here's the biggest thing, and I said this last week. Going back to 18, you draft Sam Darnold, doesn't work out. You draft Zach Wilson, doesn't work out. You're going to have to draft another quarterback this year or next year. That's 3 first-round picks on quarterbacks in 9 years.
Yeah.
Then you draft Becton, doesn't work out. You draft AVT, probably doesn't work out. You draft Olu, you draft Membu. That's 4 first-round picks on offensive linemen. Like tackles, not even offensive linemen. AVT was drafted to be a tackle at first. You can't keep drafting the same position because now you're missing out on your blue chip edge rusher. You're missing out on your blue chip pass catcher. You're missing out on that blue chip defensive tackle to put next to Quinnen. You missed out on so many other positions because you've been trying to get quarterback and tackle right. Draft blue chip positions. Get an edge. Get an off-ball linebacker who can rush the passer. Go get a wide receiver. Go get guys that could just make your fucking roster better. And then next year, you can go get the final pieces of the puzzle because you drafted so well this year. You have to hit on these first 4 picks. You have to have 4 guys who can come in, contribute, and start right away. There's no room to draft a guy and sit him. Number 1, will stunt his fucking development. Number 2, we don't have enough fucking talent to put him behind somebody. So you have to go get 4 key contributors at 4. It's a really big task for Muji. But we're in such fucking draft hell because of the chase for the quarterback, the chase for the tackles. It's fucked us because now we're depleted of talent everywhere else. And then you trade Quinnen. And then you trade Sauce. Like, you just have to fucking do what they did and draw the line in the sand and say, the plan is to lose. And you know what? If the plan is to lose for 1 more fucking year and then you become great for a decade, I'm okay with it. And I know a lot of people are going to lose their fucking mind over the thought of that. But I don't want to do what they did in 2015. And I don't want to go 10 wins, almost got to the playoffs, never get fucking close again.
Yep.
So
Guys,
the
what
goal
do you
is to
think
be
about-
one of the best teams in the league, not be better than a Jet team in 2015, not be better than the last 15 years, because it's not a really fucking high bar to clear. So get great for the foreseeable future. And if it's 1 more year of suffering, but you see you got some really good talent in place, I'll be okay with that, because the goal is to fucking duplicate that draft. And now you got 8 fucking blue chip guys in the first 2 rounds. Go fucking win a Super Bowl. Probably not, but I'll hope for that.
What do you guys think about Carnell Tate at 2 if we had to stay there? Because that's who I like at 2. I want to just tell you why.
And I would move back for wide receiver.
That's a reach.
But
I think he's a
and
little
here's why,
overrated.
Lou. So many wide receivers now are pro ready. You don't have to take the guy at 2 because Tyson and Lemon can still come in and be major contributors from day 1. You take the guy at 2 when there's no one else and he's clear cut head and shoulders above everybody. And I don't think that's Tate.
Well, Lemon has injuries, right? We don't know if he's going to be healthy. And
Tyson
Tyson has injuries, and Lemon's probably going to go fall back. You take Carnell Tate there, and at least that solves that, right? We have too many young guys on the defense. That's one of the problems that we have. There's no veterans on the defense.
You could find receivers in the 2nd round. You're not going to find a top-notch edge at 2. I'll tell you anything. You watched the game tonight. So that's the guy who's going to go between 30 and 50, and he's a guy that could be a wide receiver 2 in the league. He could.
33. If you don't get a haul
I
for
think the
50.
Raiders are going to draft him at 34 if he's there, and team him up with his former quarterback.
Well, that's when
I'm
you're
not taking Tate at 2. I don't think Tate's that. I think Tate's a 1B. He is. I don't think he's a 1A.
If you watched him,
he's pretty good, man. He is pretty good.
You watched him in the last 2 games, man. He dropped critical passes, dude, and I think he's a little overrated, man. Like I don't know. His counterpart though is a stud.
I saw a bunch of mock drafts that said have Bain before RL.
He's too.
I like Bain, man.
I see a bunch of drafts and they're talking his arms, but he's in on every tackle.
But where could someone point to where his short arms impacted his ability to make a play?
He wasn't great yesterday.
I read an article today about it. In the NFL, they move a lot of guys with tackle who have smaller arms inside because the ideology is that the guy who can engage and impact first usually wins. And when you have the smaller arms, you got to get in, you got to get closer, and that's when they can manhandle you and get a hold of you from a distance before you're even able to do anything. And you're not always going to win and knock the arms down or swim or get through. Sometimes they're gonna punch you before you can do that. So that's where the arm length comes in on both offensive and defensive side. They like those longer arms because if you can extend your arm as an edge rusher and hit that outside shoulder of the tackle before he can engage with you,
Mhm.
you just maybe stood him up and now you can spin around him or
Right,
get
right.
past him.
Right.
And
Okay.
Jake
There's
wasn't
just
that
a
good
big
yesterday.
chance we're getting Arvell Reese, and that's that. If not, we're
If they
trading
stay
back.
at
And
2, yes. Yeah. I think he's the best. I think he's that has the biggest upside for the position for a really big position like edge. I think he has the biggest upside, and I think he'll be at 2.
Yeah.
who do you think wants
I
him the
don't love
most,
it
Nick?
though. I
Who do
don't
you
love
think
it.
wants
I don't
Arvell the
love
most
Reese.
on their team?
Who what?
What team can we say? Who are the 3 teams that would want Arvell the most on their team?
The
You gotta
Titans.
see how free agency plays out. You gotta see who gets addressed. I mean,
Titans.
Saints. They got a lot of old guys on that defense.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
but
Giants are going to go
all
get a
of these
receiver.
teams, though, at the top of the draft are so desperate for talent. Like, I don't see them giving up picks because they need so much.
The
The
Giants,
Giants are going to take Tate. The Giants will take Tate.
Yeah.
or
Tyson,
the-
whoever. They need a receiver.
Howie
They got to
Noah.
build around the young quarterback.
I think they might take Maui Noah.
I don't know if he's a. I know they said he could play tackle. I think he's more a guard.
That's what they need, I think.
Now,
the
you put
Giants.
him next to Andrew Thomas.
Yeah. You're going to
But-
take a guard at top 5? I don't know if you take a guard top 5.
I
Hey,
don't
Nick,
either, but
was it your
mean-
show that you had Dom C on? Where,
last Sunday night.
yeah. I can't remember what show it was, but he brought up this one interesting fact about Mendoza. I believe it was Dom. He's only taken 1 snap under center
It's true.
the entire year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So why do you think that is? Because I know he's tall and lanky, and when he runs, he looks like a baby giraffe. Do you think it's something with his timing or his ability to conduct a 3-step drop? And
I think it's
I
just.
think
the
that's just
system.
what they do nowadays. I think
Yeah.
that's the way college is leaning. You know, I've seen games where the quarterback has to take a knee and they do it out of shotgun because they don't do under center snaps as often. So even just for comfort level, when it's victory formation, they're doing it in shotgun, which is
Damn.
wild to me.
see, I thought that 1 snap he had under center was to take a knee. That's
I
crazy.
couldn't
Maybe
believe.
it may have been. You may be 100% right. I don't know of it.
I couldn't believe when he was running up the middle and he fumbled, and there were 3 white shirts there.
So
It
Jets, dude. So
it
Jets.
was so hilarious, and went straight into the offensive
Coogan.
tackle's hand. Yeah. Then you
So
knew the game.
Jets.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Oregon looked like the Jets, man. The Oregon
Yeah.
Jets.
They were shell shocked at 21-7 when they had the fumble inside their own 5. That game was over. They were down.
It was. I got off work and it was 2:30 out here when the game started, and I put the game on and I'm driving and watching, and that first play, man, I was like, the game's over. Here we go. There
They
goes.
came right back and they
I didn't even
tied
get to
it.
see it.
They did, and Moore looked good,
When I went to
He
sit
looked
down
good.
and watch it, and I'm like, "Fuck, it's over."
but
I just
It's
think he
Justin
had
Fields.
I don't know.
Gentlemen, I appreciate
Always
all
a
you
pleasure,
guys. Thanks for hanging out. I got to be up for work in the morning. I got to do my second job, or this is the second job. Tomorrow's the third. I got so many fucking jobs. I can't keep.
I'll
track.
get you your Raiders Mendoza shirt, okay?
I would
can't wait.
never
Hey,
wear.
Boo, just
but-
remember, man. What I tell myself is that it could always be worse, dude.
I sit at the games by myself. Nick will tell you, I'm at the games by myself. My whole section is nobody. Nobody.
You go to the
By
games.
myself. And I renewed my season tickets.
You're a sick. Props to you, brother.
Yeah, he's
You-
Lou the lunatic.
The Jets
Oh,
should be
man.
paying you, my friend.
This shit's driving me crazy. Good night, guys.
Yeah. Good night,
Take
boys.
care,
Thanks for
brothers.
calling. I appreciate you both. And Alan, who was here earlier. Next up, and I got a treat for you at the end. I got one guy in the back who I'm waiting for the end. Right now, I'm going to bring Rich in. What's up, brother? Rich, you there? No. All right. Try again. No. All right. That backfired. One guy froze and the other guy left right as I was bringing everyone in. No, I'm not done. I had two people in the back. Rich, if you're still there, click back in. I don't know if you got a phone call or something. Your phone froze. And then the other person, please call back in. I was saving you for the end, other person who I do not want to reveal. But I think, and I'm very positive. You guys know this. Boomtown has many notes taken of my positivity and how annoying it can be. The fact that I'm saying how bad this is and how awful this played out for the Jets this year with the draft, I think just goes to show how awful it really is. Because I try to sugarcoat everything, man. I try to be optimistic about everything with this fucking stupid team. And I think number 2 is disappointing. You wanted to be number 1. I think the Jets tried to get the number 1. I think the Jets maybe only had one quarterback with a first round rating. They tried their best to get the number 1, and it failed. I don't know. But, folks, here's the treat that I had for you. Enjoy. The dream is here, ladies and gentlemen.
So, Nick,
How you doing, buddy?
now watching the man. What do you think?
I told you what I thought.
More or
Nope.
Mendoza? Oh,
Well, first off, thank you for all the super chats. I love you. I appreciate you. You're the man.
yeah, I love you too, man. You my homie, right?
Hell yeah. Enjoy the game Sunday. You have good seats?
No, I do not. Yeah,
But
no.
Jacksonville, that doesn't look like that big of a stadium, so it's not like it's 80,000 like MetLife is. It looks like it's. I was looking at seats for that place last year.
It is what it is. I want to talk like a draft pick with you. Who you gonna get after
I
this
don't know.
game?
I'm going to pray every day until April that the Raiders do not believe in Mendoza.
Trinidad Chambliss?
No, not at number 2. No, man. He does.
No,
He's
I
got a
mean,
lot of work
yeah,
to
I
do.
mean, like, are we gonna play with the Giants? Draft back.
I would love to trade back if Mendoza goes number 1. I would trade back even if we don't get the value that we should.
After that performance, the Raiders, they're going Mendoza, obviously.
It's not obvious. They might think that it's better waiting to the following year for the quarterback. They might look to sell the pick. They might look to take another position. I don't know. I didn't love the top of this draft. I think the value is in mid round 2 and early round 3. And I look at it, and I'm not a scout guy, but I'm looking at some of the names, and I'm starting to get to know some of the players.
Yeah, I just I'm more. I'm really. I worry about our team.
I do too,
Our
buddy.
team sucks,
We do.
right?
Yeah. Big fella says Raiders have no one to block for Mendoza. They might want to build the line. They might want to wait a year. They might want to ride
Yeah, it
Gino for
might
one
be
more
a.
year.
How about this? How about
What do you got?
Harbaugh might want to take a year off,
Yeah. He
right?
might. I know he said there's something came out today on Bleacher Report that he wants 20 million a year. That doesn't sound like a guy who wants to take time off.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
maybe we can throw some floozies at him and get him to the Jets, right?
I don't know, man. It's rough. It's we're in a tough situation, man.
Well, no, it's
Roster wise, coaching
well,
wise, ownership wise, it's rough all around.
yeah, but the fact that they just fired a Miami head coach, now they're in the ring.
And he already interviewed. Mike McDaniel's already interviewed with Tennessee.
Yeah,
And I
right.
think that would be a good match. because I think McDaniels made Tua look better than he is, and now you get a young quarterback who's more all around talented than Tua. I think that
Do
would be
you
a
think
really
it's
good match.
weird? Do you think it's weird that McDaniel got kicked out? That all of a sudden,
Good catch.
and now are we going? Is our worst thing ever is going down to Miami?
Is what's the worst thing ever? Who going to Miami?
John Harbaugh.
No, I don't think that's the worst thing ever.
You don't think the worst thing
No,
ever
the worst
going?
thing ever remains Mo Lewis hitting Drew Bledsoe.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is.
We're a good team.
We're good. You know what, Nick? We are a good team. I love you, Nick.
Love you too, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wrap up the show
how's
here in a
your
few minutes because I got to get up for work in the morning. But
huh?
I just want to thank you again. I appreciate the super chats. You're the man. And good luck. We got a Joe Namath raffle prize going off Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm going to do a
No,
show the
I'm
morning
gonna
that
fall.
day. Make sure
I'm
you're
gonna fall.
watching.
I'm gonna fall asleep on it. How's your son on the new car? What's up with that?
He's good. We got him a 2020.
I know what it is, but is it still rocking? Is it
Yeah, it's
rocking and
good. We
rolling?
took the tint off the front windshield, and
Ooh, nice.
I
You know,
think
nice.
him and his girlfriend are
Ooh, you got a
enjoying the tint.
girlfriend?
Yeah,
All right, yo, I love you, Nick.
I love you too, buddy. Thank
And
you.
I love
Thank you for
Jake.
supporting the channel, man. I'll
Yeah,
be on
yeah.
tomorrow night when I get home. I don't know what time I'll be home, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. But when I get home, I'll be on tomorrow night, and then
Well,
tomorrow I can hang out longer.
I want to bring my buddy a tie on, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
bring him on. Say hello.
All right. He's a Jets fan too.
Nice. Have him subscribe to the channel, buddy. Trying to get to 2,000. Help me out.
You know I always help. You
Hell
know?
yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
Love
sir.
you, man. All
Love you
right.
too, pal. Have a good night.
All right.
The dream. Always a treat when he calls in. Yeah, big fella. That's up there. That's up there. Salt in the wound that day because we buried my step grandmother who was from Western Pennsylvania. And that morning, all of the family was there, obviously, for the wake on Friday. And then I'm almost certain that game was a Saturday. And we had the funeral Saturday morning. And then we had the repass, and everyone was like talking shit about, oh, we're going to beat the Jets. Where are we watching the game? Hey, you want to watch the game with Nikki? Nikki is not watching the fucking game with you guys. Absolutely not. I barely know you people. There's no way. And thank God I was supposed to go to like a luncheon or something the next day on Sunday at someone's house. I didn't fucking show up after we lost that. I was still partying from the night before. That was part of the reason I was not worthy of showing up in public. But yeah, that was awful. Herman Edwards taking the fucking knee. I said it the other day watching the game. Lamar taking the knee. I'm like, you don't take a knee. You don't take a knee at that stadium. You don't make it a longer kick than you have to on that grass. We learned from that, man. Sad times. Sad times as a Jet fan. That was a good team, too. That was a good team that year. Oh, my God. You were in Switzerland. Maze, I'm leaning this way more and more, especially when you saw Simpson, with his penalties this year. I mean, AVT is talented enough to go be your left guard. I'm leaning that way. Muji and Glenn are kind of desperate. I could see them paying AVT, trying to make that line better, trying to get a run game going. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting offseason, folks. And I think the bar is low, and it might get lower before it starts to raise. That's what she said. But, folks, we do a thing here at the end of the show. Start to drop them. You know what time it is.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shy.
Drop your What Did We Learn. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you've gotten this far and you haven't subscribed, we're at 1976. We are 24 members away or subscribers away from 2,000. That would be tremendous. Be a big milestone for the channel. Hopefully we can hit that before the Super Bowl. I'm pretty confident we'll get there. Big fella, it just popped in. I would play it. I would stream my Wordle right now, but then I would give everyone else the answer to beat me. Can't do that. Too many cheaters will say, "Oh, I got it in one word." Ah, you watched my show. Shout out to everyone who does watch the show. I appreciate you guys. It's the place to be. Late night. Love having you guys here. But drop your what did we learn. Last call, super chats, gifted memberships. We didn't have any gifted memberships this show. I'm going to gift one. Just because I love you guys and you're so super swell. Thank you, everybody who does watch this program. Mine went to Fear is Grim. Hope Fear is doing well. Jets is grim. The Jets is grim. Maze, I learned that we are only allowed to tell Alan he was right once in a 24-hour period, which is more than I thought we were allowed. Nah, Alan's a good dude, man. I know on Jake's show, Alan has a horrible reputation, but I really enjoy talking football, prospects, and even life off air with Alan. I enjoy talking to Alan. No bad rap here. Sean McAteer, I feel this is now the right time. Have a good night to you as well, sir. Yeah, you did a preemptive good night before, but appreciate you. If we have no other what did we learn, it's that time, folks. If you are a member of the channel, if you are a shiner, hit that Canadian flag. What did we learn today? And kick that up to the great white north, to Boomtown. And Boomtown, when you are ready, sir, please drop it like it's hot. And while we're waiting for Boom to do that, I'm going to get a jump start on Wordle and see if I can beat the big fella. Boom. Oh, we got 2 yellows to start. Oh, I can't do this. I can't focus while I'm doing the show. Damn it. Boomtown learned the Nick Shine thumbnail game is stepping up. Nick performed some elite air dicking at the end of his Jags chant. Lane confirmed he did in fact fart last night. Alan has a butt plug named Joshy. Bonus, Mikey really dropped the ball on delivering his one line tonight. I know. So sad. Alan can make 1,000 predictions, be wrong 995 times, but some will only remember the 5 he hit on. Thank you, Boom. You are the man. Wordle is popping in the Nick Shine Discord. Shout out to everybody. Again, hit the like button on the way out. Thank you to everyone for watching. For those of you who watch after the fact, you're just as appreciated as those that are here for the live. Make sure you hit the like button as well. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. It means a lot to me. Let's hit that freaking new mark. Let's get to $2,000, baby. And remember, being here is very, very appreciated. And if you don't enjoy the show, not being here is even more appreciated. I am Nick Shine. You are the awesome chat. Enjoy your weekend. I hope your parlays hit. Win some money. Love you guys. Go Jets.
Yeah, no, I'm staying right here.
Oh, look at my eye! Look at my eye!
You're ridiculous. What the fuck? What the Look at that, he's laughing.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. Then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in bumble. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.